What is up, my people? Got a little tidbit. So I was talking to some people about masculinity, femininity, stuff like that. And basically what came to the discussion was how in our society today we call this thing called toxic masculinity. A lot of people say that term, and people say things like, testosterone is evil and things of that nature. And I disagree wholeheartedly. So if you look at a lot of industries in the world, they are primarily done by men. Things that create infrastructure and the society that we know it, that we live in, that's typically how things are done. If you think of militaries, you think of construction, you think of steel working, you think of coal mining, you think of automotive, you think of tech, you think of large industries. Primarily, the people that are working in those industries, those hard to do type jobs, physically demanding and laborious, are done by men. Just from a physiological standpoint, there are some tasks physically that on average more men could do more efficiently than women could do. And so there are just differences in how we're made up, men and women physiologically. Now, people say that some things are toxic about men and they want to get rid of them all. I disagree with that. So when people say toxic masculinity, I break the two words apart, right? Because they're two independent words. You can't just lump them together and just make them one term. Well, I guess you can, because vernacular and words change over time. So yes, it has been coined as a term, but I disagree with this value and meaning and sentiment. Basically what I'm saying is toxicity is its own thing. There are toxic men and there are toxic women. There are masculine men and there are feminine women. Those are what we can put out, the energies that we have per se. And so masculinity in and of itself is not toxic. Femininity in and of itself is not toxic. What is toxic are the choices that people make and the things they decide to do. So for example, when you have a fireman come get you out of a burning building, masculine energy. When you have a policeman or policewoman even, coming to help protect you or help you out of harm's way. When you have people in the military that are going out to fight a battle, win a war, when you have these other things happening, you're not saying, oh, that fireman that saved me is toxic. No, you're appreciative that somebody was masculine enough to charge in there in a heroic manner and fashion to go and save your behind from burning up in a building. And when we look at women being nurturing, being mothers, that is feminine energy. Like a man can't do that the way that a woman can. And that femininity is not toxic, nurturing and raising your kids, taking care of them, doing that's a positive trait that we see in women. And I think a lot of women don't understand and don't see it this way. And some people may disagree with me, but I don't really give a flying flip, because whatever you say is true. I mean, whatever I'm saying right now is true, right? So if men woke up tomorrow and decided to take over the world and oppress all women everywhere, there would be no stopping men from doing that. Because physiologically, combat-wise, technically, etc., there are so many different ways men could literally take over the world and there would be nothing women could do about it. Now, the reason that doesn't happen is because there are men with morals, with values, that have masculine energy that will stop other bad men from doing those kind of things, right? Because if we just had bad men taking over the world with their masculine energy, they would use it in negative ways, toxic ways even. They would be raping, they would be pillaging, there'd be a lot more sex trafficking, child trafficking, a lot of things going on that we in society consider to be bad. A lot of abuses, a lot of mistreatment of people everywhere because of that masculine energy being used in a bad way. But do you know why a lot of those bad things don't happen? Because there are masculine men who are good men, who have moral and ethical values, who will stop bad men from doing bad things. If I see a man out trying to rape and pillage somewhere, first I'm gonna tell him to stop. And if he doesn't stop, I'm gonna make him stop. That is not toxic masculine energy. That is the masculine energy that you need. And guess what? Every man that grows up and takes over and does things in the world, like they go out, kill something, drag it home, provide in some way to our society, guess who they're raised by? Guess who they all had to come from? A mother, a mom who had feminine energy. And then when those men grow up, guess what they do? They take care of their mom. They take care of their sisters. They take care of their aunties. They take care of their cousins. They take care of their grandmother. Because they realize that woman with that feminine energy is a part of what made them who they are. their fathers being around, showing them what it means to be a man, have masculine energy, have honesty and integrity, made them into the men they are. So for you to sit there and say that all men are bad, there's this toxic masculinity, all this BS crap, don't come at me with that, okay? Because some real men who have the right stuff in place are going to get out and do the good things that need to be done to make the world a better place. So all the people that are saying all that crap, miss me with it. Shut up.